Odd Future Wolfgang, kill them all.
Kill them all. What it do, baby boys? It's Some People Suck. Today's episode is brought to you by... No, I'm just kidding. I did want to holler real quick, though. For the last week, we have been without an AC in the house.
I mean, felt like a month.
Felt like a long time. But thankfully, the good people out at MDAC hooked us up with a new AC unit, which is keeping the podcast and all of our guests cool as shit.
Bro. Icy.
Talking drippy, dude. New AC unit looks amazing. Yeah. Outside, redid the entire outside unit. And, I mean, like I said, redid the whole 9 inside and out and did an awesome job. Really good people. So,
now, when he was taking it out, I was going to work. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. I had to be at work at 8. But I was curious. I was like, so what's the oldest unit you've ever taken out of a house? And he was like 50s, 60s. So an AC unit from the 50s.
Yeah, how's that even still working at that
that's
point?
That's what we and he was like, man, them old ones they put in.
They
made
work
them
stronger than you think they would work, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's crazy because this one's from November 1990. He goes, yeah, y'all should have took this out 15 years ago.
Yeah. For real.
I was like, wow, bro. Yeah. It looks like a new age robot in there.
Oh, it
seriously looks like they redid the entire like structure. And everything.
The entire the whole AC closet and redid the whole thing. I mean, and they were in and out of here in like 5 hours.
And the AC door shuts now. It never shut before. Now, can we get the AC filter out? No, you can't. Have you tried that?
Close. No, he showed me how to do it. It's fine.
Okay, because I went to go just
you can do it.
Test it, and I was like,
that's also because the hallway's really tight. It's because the door frames next
to
it.
Do any of the doors in the house shut?
Yes,
kind of. I mean, some of them.
Now you're talking shit about the house.
Do you have to push on them? Put your weight on them? A little bit.
Look, we're trying to talk about MDAC here, and you're talking shit about my home. But it's
You
fine.
have a nice floor. The floor pattern is the same throughout the whole house. There you go.
Say something else. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
No, I'm not.
The fans visibly look really nice. Do they
work? Those fans kept you cool. When we were out.
Not gonna lie, the living room fan is probably the nicest fan.
Oh, it's got 4 speeds. That's the most expensive fan.
Yeah, I have 3 speeds in there.
Yeah.
2 of them work.
All of them work.
When they wanna.
What are you?
And they don't.
Probably because you got 50,000 plugs in the wall and you flip the breaker all the damn time.
No.
Yeah,
and if I'm being honest, the speeds are not in order. You're gonna pull, and it's gonna go either full throttle or
full
speed
throttle.
1. And then it's going to go the opposite. So if it's speed 1, it's going to speed 3, then it's going to speed 2.
You know, that's complete bullshit, and I know it is because mine works perfectly fine.
Do you want to take a field trip?
Maybe if you hadn't taken the fucking little things off of it, you wouldn't get so confused and be turning the lights off and turning them back on.
No. 2 things here.
No.
So when you have it full throttle, they go ting, 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 ting all night long. Can't deal with it. I can't sleep. When we had to deal with the no AC, had to sleep with the windows open. The birds, I'm going to kill birds. I'm going to sick Callie on her.
Birds are out at 3 in the morning.
Dude, 3 in the morning? They're talking shit, too. They're like, what's up, bitch? On another branch. Do that in the backyard. We got a big backyard. Don't do it in the front yard.
Look, man, I think you're just a shit talker.
No.
And you know what?
Second thing on the fan.
Go ahead.
Why do the strings almost touch my bed? They're so long. I had to take them off.
Are you talking shit about short people now, too?
They got no reason to live.
Dude. Short people got to be able to turn fans on too, okay, man?
Yeah, but I'm talking like Callie could grab the cord.
She's short.
She ain't even barely got to reach up. She hits her head. She told me about it.
That's fine.
Now, does she have a knob?
They want everybody to be able to gain access to fans and lights.
It's getting ridiculous.
I'm just saying, man.
That's why they're taking off and putting on.
This is a more accepting world now. You have to be ready to live in it.
It's going too far if we're talking about fan length of chains.
Potato, tomato, man.
You said that twice already today.
That's
2 times too many.
Time. No, I texted it the first time.
Yeah, but I know when you text it, you said it out loud. I know you were like, tomato, potato. Got him. Yeah.
No, it's cool, man.
So we got a guest today.
We do. Yeah, we've been ranting for like 10
fucking
minutes.
I'm sorry. The AC thing already got my blood boiling. Again, back to the guest. I'm sorry, I'm going to go off on the AC thing again if we keep talking about
AC's good. What are you talking about?
It's beautiful. They also replaced the indoor and outdoor unit.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And a thermostat, guys. We don't work off the lever. Like we don't have a lever no more. You know how that feels?
I don't know if you've ever
it
had
feels
like an
freeing.
old school AC that has the lever on the side that has like the mercury that floats in it. That's what we were working with forever.
Now, does
But
it
now we got a whole
sound
new-
like how they describe a tornado to
Dude.
sound like before it hits your house?
Sounds like a jet engine starting up in that bitch.
Wow, it really does. And I worked at the airport. That's exactly what it sounds like. Right at my fucking door. That's fine.
Hey, you want tink 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 or you want that?
That's cool. I'll take that.
That's what I thought.
That's okay.
So you can stop talking shit. Anyway.
All right, guess. Sorry, again about the AC. Do not get us started on the AC. We'll go for days.
Shout out MDAC.
So our guest, Edward.
Edward.
Introduce yourself.
It's your boy Edward,
It's your
What's
boy.
up?
your local Starbucks barista at the Target on Blue Angel.
Damn, respect.
Hell yeah. Way too many details. That's fine.
No, that's good.
No, that's fine. We'll leave
No,
it.
that's good.
It's cool.
How long have you been a barista?
Yeah, I was
Real
going to
quick.
ask that.
Oh God, like I've worked at like several different coffee shops.
Yeah.
So like I started as a dishwasher at some random coffee shop, and then they were like, "We don't need a dishwasher anymore. Do you want to try working up front?" And I was like,
They realize they don't need a dishwasher at a coffee shop. They're like, why do we even have a dishwasher?
You're like, we have 3 dishes.
That was pretty much how it was.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Do you want to try working up front?" I was like, "I don't know anything about coffee." And they're like, "Yeah, we don't either. It's fine."
How old
Sounds
were
like
you
a
when you
local
started
spot.
that? Yeah, really.
Like 23. I'm 26 now, so
Oh, word.
I worked there like 2 years. Had like some random jobs in between. Started working at Starbucks in Orange Beach, but they pay peanuts.
Yeah.
And then Target was like, "Oh, you work at Starbucks? You want to come work over here?"
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Okay, yeah."
So you
Sounds
live
like
near
nice.
the one we're at?
Yeah, I moved there though.
That's right.
Like I was living in Orange Beach. It was like a 45-minute drive to work, but I guess you know all about that.
Yeah, I know all about the driving, but I swear I would see you around town.
Maybe. I mean, I would visit frequently.
I was about to say, like, living in Gulf Shores or Orange Beach or that whole area, Foley, is there an appeal to come to Pensacola?
I think there's a lot more going on if you at least know where to go, like downtown 100%.
Yeah.
Orange Beach is more like either, unless you know like house parties or something going on, there's just not a lot going on.
I feel like it's like all touristy type shit.
It's
Yeah,
almost
that,
like,
tourist
beach
restaurants.
country.
like
Yeah.
I
It's
used
like
to
the
think-
wharf now is kind of blowing up. They kind of got some stuff going on there, but even downtown I think blows the wharf out of the water.
Yeah,
Dude,
see, I was working at the wharf. That's where the coffee shop
really?
was. So
That's
whenever
right.
like an event went down, it was absolute insanity.
Yeah.
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 That's
I
wild.
mean, that place is pretty nice though. I enjoy like the wharf is pretty sweet. There's a couple, like I was out there for OBI a month ago or something.
What is that?
Orange Beach Invasion. It's like a big truck and car show.
Is
Yeah,
that the?
yeah.
Is that
They, like,
this
take
truck
over the
show?
They
wharf.
take over the
Yeah.
entire wharf, the parking garage, everything.
Did I tell you about that? The fucking.
You
the
got into it
squatted
a
trucks?
little bit, but I don't think it was on the podcast.
It was some funny shit. So I guess this past year there was like a bunch of like a squatted truck. Like
Where
it's,
the
like, lifted
front
up
is
front and
raised.
You
Yeah.
way
see a
the
lot of
fuck
that
down.
in Gulf Shores,
Yeah.
Orange Beach.
Yeah.
So I guess this past year they had like an overwhelming amount of squatted trucks there, and the people that came along with them, and they were like partying and doing dumb shit, and so OBI posted that next year, this upcoming year or whatever, they're not going to be allowing any squatted trucks because of all the shit that happened this past year. I was like, damn, that's kind of fucked, but I mean, shit, that's what you get, dude.
Have you ever driven a squatted truck?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They
I
suck.
see them drive, and I don't
It's
know
scary.
how they
It's the dumb-
see.
It's it really it is. It's like trying to park one. What's the point? Just get out because you're not gonna be able to park it.
Yeah.
Seriously, I don't get it. I don't understand.
What's the biggest vehicle you've ever driven? Like, have you driven like an actual semi, like just to
No.
move it around?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Like what? A box truck or something?
Yeah, I've driven U-Hauls and shit. Like big box, like big U-Hauls.
Yeah, I've driven like the biggest U-Haul you can
Like a
get
24
before it's
foot
like a
whatever.
semi.
I've driven one of the. I've
And
driven
even
24.
those, sometimes I'm like, is there a kid in front of me? I cannot see.
Yeah.
I can't see at least 5 to 6 feet in front of me because of how high we're at.
Yeah.
Have you ever driven a U-Haul with a trailer on the back of it?
No.
That's the scariest shit I've ever done.
Like a big ass truck and then a trailer.
and then there's a trailer on the back of it.
No,
I had
pass.
to do that. and I somehow ended up getting it kind of like wedged in my neighborhood and had to like drive over my neighbor's flowers just to get it out.
dude.
It was like an hour and a half.
They were like, I'm
ordeal.
glad you're fucking moving.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, oh my god, they're probably staring out the window like now.
I see shit like that where it's like a gigantic RV with like a trailer and then they're pulling a car behind the trailer. It's like, that's too many things.
Yeah.
Why so long? Stop. It's like, dude.
Also, when you see like a U-Haul, have you ever seen a U-Haul and then they have shit strapped on top of the U-Haul? Like, what are
I've
you
never
doing,
seen
dude?
that.
No, dude.
You literally
I
have
know
too
that
much
was,
stuff.
like,
Let go of some
legal.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not. But I'm sure cops were like, just fucking let them go, dude.
It's fine.
They already have a lot going on
Yeah.
that they have to worry about.
Yeah, they're.
I'm not even about to try to stop them.
Yeah.
It'll be like a bed frame or a fucking box spring or
mattress or
something. I'm like,
something?
you
Yeah.
know, you could have figured that out. I'm
Yeah.
sure the inside of that, there's space on top.
Yeah.
You could have been the last thing in. Just
Yeah.
fucking full throttle
down,
down it.
motherfucker.
But yeah, dude, talking about like how wild it gets out in like beach
In
country
streets.
and stuff. Somebody we know went to a like, I think it started as a house party and then it got out to like a field party, like not at anybody's house. It was like out.
Like a bonfire type thing?
Yeah, and don't be saying any names. Okay? But it's somebody we know that. Yeah, just don't say any names. So,
But just tell me who they are.
But-
Without telling me who they are.
yeah, go ahead and. Anyways, so they were out in a big field party, basically. A big bonfire type thing.
None.
Yeah, I didn't. Did you see that? You think that's going to send something? You said fucking dumb.
No, I thought you already texted me.
Yeah, I'm going to pre-text you about a story I didn't know I was going to tell. Anyways, they're
Why
out
did
at...
you just touch your phone then?
I said I was going to text you in my head. I didn't say it out loud, but I was just letting you know, like, it'll happen in here somewhere. They went out to this field party, and it's like a huge bonfire. Like, different crews are out there, but it's like the same type of persons out there. It's like country boys and, like, girls, and... But it's people from different parts of town and different towns. So it's like Pensacola people, which is where we know the person. And then it's like also Fort Walton people. And then also Destin people. And then also fucking Gulf Shores people. Mm-hmm. But somebody's kicking back, just drinking a beer and just like watching because that's just how he is. And he witnesses a fight. And then he's like, okay, that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
And then he notices the guy's on the ground. And the guy dies. He was stabbed to death.
Ooh.
And then everybody left. And I'm sure now you can figure out who that was.
I don't know who that was. But I think I know the story. This was like a year ago. Year and a
Yeah.
half ago?
No, yeah. It was all over the news.
Yeah.
But
I remember that part. Who?
an ex-roommate of mine.
Boy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, but you know how smart our listeners are?
Well,
Okay, because they're listening
it's
to us.
fine. You know, I lived there then too, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't say not of yours.
You said of yours.
I said a roommate of mine.
Hey, include me, bro.
Yeah, but
Jesus.
I'm trying to cut down the details and the hints but people don't know who lived with it. But yeah,
Okay, that makes sense.
wild. But I'm like, you witness, like, he didn't see the death happen, but he saw the like,
Before and after?
oh, he got stabbed, and then they were like, everybody left, nobody stayed. Guy died there.
What did he do?
He just came straight home. You didn't live there at this point yet, I don't think. Because when he came home alone. You weren't there.
Was this like 5 years ago then?
I can't remember. I can't give any more details about it because
Okay,
I feel
it's
like it's going to
fine.
give it
Don't
away.
worry
But
about
he came home and he was like, dude, tonight was crazy. And I'm like, I'm sure. And, you know, I'm like a homebody.
Yeah.
'Cause
you're
I only
like-
do so many
yeah,
things.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's wild, bro. And then he told me the story and I was like, bro, are the FBI going to be at our house? Or, like, what's going to
You're like,
happen?
Don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah. I was like, did anybody follow you home?
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking it's like a national case.
Yeah. Everybody
I'm
knows.
like, is Chuck from Channel 3 News going to pull up?
Yeah, he gonna be here soon.
You start blocking people on your phone. Like, I don't know these people.
Throws his phone.
Yeah, I just throw it. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, that's everybody I knew. And I'm like, how am I going to tell anybody?
You're like, stop talking to everybody.
Yeah, dude, that's wild. Like, that's one of the things that's always, like, kind of deterred me from going to house parties. I've been to, like...
Somebody dies?
Yeah, guess
That's
what?
it?
It happened.
Yeah. Well,
No, like the
that wasn't even a house
uncontrollable situations of, like, the age drinks, whatever could be happening, rape.
You like
All
to be in
those I don't
control.
want to be a part of. Huh?
So you like to be in control of things?
I like to have an idea of what's
Nope. You like
going
being in
down.
I like
control.
to be in control, like the situation at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I like to know that, like, if things get out of hand, I know how to control them back to being on hand. Yeah. I don't know, dude. Any other wild stories like that y'all got? Y'all got any, like, yo, dude got thrown off a balcony?
I did see, no. I saw some funny ass shit at a party one time. This is when I was like 15, 16. And, nope, that's fine. Remember how I was saying about don't take the things off?
Crazy thing in the
Do
party?
you see what I'm saying now?
I see it
That's
now.
crazy. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
Are you hot? I'm hot.
I mean, I feel
Well,
fine.
Okay. That's fine.
Then
I'll cut it down one more.
It's crazy how that's the highest speed, and then you click it again, that's medium speed.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, this is the only room that works in.
You're
But anyways, your crazy party story.
So I was like 15, 16 or whatever. I was hanging out with a bad, like not a good group, I guess. Just partying and doing dumb shit all the time.
Bad people.
Wait, I mean, looking back at it now, I was like, yeah, I was fucking stupid, but whatever. Learned from it, but
You were in high school?
I was in high school, and we were at went to like a trailer kind of house party type thing.
Always a good
Like
start.
double wide trailer, but it was in like a neighborhood, which was weird.
Yeah, trailers are normally not in neighborhoods.
I know, which threw me off a little bit.
They're in trailer parks.
And it was like it was
Okay.
supposed to be an abandoned house. That's what it was. It was like an abandoned spot. So we're like, fuck it, we'll just take it over and party, right?
You show up first and you're like, first off, this is a trailer.
No.
Not a house.
We get there. There's already 40 people there, right? So everybody's hanging out. People are doing all kinds of not good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like each other.
well, and so we're sitting in like the kitchen or something. Just everybody's like drinking. There's no front door on this trailer, and there's cars everywhere.
There's saloon doors. Like,
No,
you just...
I'm talking
boom.
door
Just
open.
barely open.
I'm talking about no door, not just a.
Not a
frame.
sheet.
I'm talking just a frame.
Not like a kid catch-all or nothing.
And in the back there's a fence, like a wooden fence, and there's bamboo along the fence. I remember that part real vividly. But we're all sitting there, and all
This is
of a
at
sudden we
night.
see, yeah, it's at night, and we see 4 cop cars pull up with their lights on right in front of the house, and we're all underage, and we're like, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Hey, what?
And we start running out of the back door, which also did not have a door on it, and there's a girl in front of me, right? We're all single file
What?
running out of the door, and she's in front of me, and there just so happens to be a nail on the door frame of the back door. And she's running through the door. Her hair gets caught on the nail, and she clotheslines herself as we're running through. I'm like, oh fuck! And I like run around. This
You're like,
chick.
that's wild.
Don't know if she got trampled or what, but never saw her again. And then we had to jump through the bamboo and over the fence to get out and not get caught.
Wow.
We didn't get caught, but that girl might be dead.
She caught so many L's. Lost a chunk of hair for sure.
100%.
Got a charge.
Probably.
Parents
And
called.
Probably bruised. I'm not gonna lie. Them motherfuckers was running.
Also, cops were like, why you ain't got no doors? You alright?
I said, we can see you.
Are you living here?
No, we can see you in there. Yeah. There's a dude like doing a line right in front of the door. They're like, what are you doing?
She's like, you legally can't come in because I said you can't. That's how, like, cops and vampires are the same. If I say you could come in, then you can, but you can't.
Have you seen that movie? I guess it's a TV show too. It's called Things We Do in the Shadows or something. It's a vampire movie.
It's like a
the
comedy.
vampires?
It's but they like it's like a group of 4 vampires or whatever that have a house together.
Yeah.
The funniest fucking movie I've ever seen in my life.
It's a movie? I thought it was a
I
show.
think it's a show.
There's a movie that came out before the show.
Oh,
That's what the show
I
is.
know
You're
based
talking
on.
about the one with Johnny Depp,
No.
the movie?
No.
You know what I'm talking about? Johnny Depp is a vampire, but it's like kind of
Talking about, like,
funny.
Scissorhands?
Yeah, that same actor, but not that
I
movie.
didn't know any Wait, I feel like I know.
It's
a
called
movie
like
you're
Dark
talking about.
something.
It's like in
Dark
the
Shadows.
dark corners of my mind.
It's called Dark Shadows.
Let me googs.
But I know what you're talking about, that TV show, because
It's a movie, but it's fine.
See, I'm
no, it's
thinking
a
of the
TV show, dude. What I'm talking, yeah, I know what you're talking about, because it was episodes, and I saw like I want to say it was on FX.
I think I saw it on Hulu.
Yeah, which FX runs through Hulu.
It's a movie. It's an hour and 30-minute movie. This came out before. This came out before the show. This came
I
out in
never heard about
2014.
I didn't even know
That's
there
what
was a
the-
movie part to it. Yeah, the
that's what
show
the
is popping.
But it's, dude, the comedy in it is fucking killer. It's so funny.
Have you guys ever heard of White Gold? It was on Netflix. It's like
Maybe I've seen.
it's
it.
like England based, and it's like these English guys are selling, yeah, but they're selling windows and stuff, and he basically does the whole like Sherlock Holmes thing where he's
Like
has a
shit.
rapport with the camera.
Oh, okay.
So like he's talking to you and he's like, they're fucking dumb. I'm gonna sell them these windows they don't need. Like they're hurricane proof windows.
It's like
We don't
breaking
get
the fourth
hurricanes over here.
wall through
Yeah.
yeah.
But then it'd cut right to that, and it'd be like basically these like lower level people trying to break into the middle age or the
Middle class.
and make money, and they're flipping windows and shit, and just his like accent on top of the humor
is
and
this
it being
called?
cut and dry. White Gold. Look it up on.
I think I've seen this.
Dude,
I
the
think
main
I've seen
actor,
this
I don't know
movie.
how he hasn't been in more stuff. He is fucking hilarious.
I remember it being like a good movie.
Yeah, at the very end of it, he fucks the other dude's wife for like double crossing him or something. And the second season started, it was not as good as the first one. Like sometimes you're gonna fuck these people.
Well, I think you just spoiled it for anyone that wanted to check that show out.
the first season is absolute perfect. It is so good, dude.
I don't know if this is what you're talking about. Oh.
White Gold, it's like a dude with brown hair.
Yeah.
Super good. He almost looks like the dude that was in the original Narcos, the Brazilian cop.
This is a show?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
That's why I keep saying a show. I mean, how many times he comes halfway into the conversation? Dude, I told him. I told him.
See, he called it a movie, and I was like, "Wait, who's telling the truth right now?" I thought it was a show.
Yeah, like sometimes it's hard to follow. Are we doing a bit or are we telling the truth?
I guess
Like-
we'll see.
Like I was telling him, I was like, our buddy Airport went in and saw our buddy Nod, and he started getting shirts and stuff from him so he can rock it. And then we're talking, and we're having a long conversation. And I'm like, yeah, dude, he went and saw him, and I guess they know each other, and like they're like linking up and just doing like collabs and stuff. This motherfucker at the end of the conversation, he goes, wait, he knows him? At the end of the conversation, I'm like, who the fuck are you who are you listening to?
See, that's. I think that's a.
Like 4
I
times.
think that's a gift that I
Nah,
can just
that is
get
a
halfway
curse,
into a
dude. That is
conversation.
not a gift.
And I can finish the conversation without even knowing what the fuck it was about. But making it feel like you feel like I know what the fuck's going on.
You know what's
But I have
going
no
But it
on?
doesn't
idea.
sound like you know what's going on.
Yeah, not
Until
at all.
the end. But if I just kept the end part out, then I'm good.
You know what's going on? We're married. He doesn't listen to me anymore.
I mean, it's 2021. We're all okay
what's
with
wrong
that
with that,
now.
dude?
I'm not okay with him not listening. That is not okay.
I listen.
Burley. Burley.
It's a burly boy.
Yeah.
No, I listen, man. What else you got to say?
Nothing you're going to hear.
Oh,
You know what a wise man once told me? I didn't know what the hell he was talking about at the time. He goes, you know, everybody that hears you
everybody?
doesn't
That's
listen.
Oh. Yeah.
And everybody that listens doesn't hear you. And I was like, that dude is
a good
on
old-
a
that
lot
sounds-
of cocaine. But now I look back and I'm,
I'm
like,
listening, but I
damn,
can't
where
hear
is that
you.
dude? I need to talk to him more. Because he knew a lot of good
He
shit.
probably wrote a book or something. Dude. Okay. I haven't
Dude.
told you. This is random, but we
The
have
whole
this
podcast is random.
Dude, yeah. Hold
Yeah,
on.
anyways, I got a story. Way more important than that one. You can't figure out what the fuck you're about to do, do you?
Oh, I got it now. Okay. So so here's the thing. So at the restaurant we have a bunch of like kind of high high class dudes come in or whatever at Global Grill
yeah.
because we're like a higher end restaurant around Pensacola. And we also have some not as much. And this guy comes in all the time. And every time he comes in, he brings in a book. It's called How to Make Love in Prison. Okay? Yeah. Nope. Hear me out.
No words in the book,
Hear me
just
out.
pictures.
No, hear me out. Nobody accepted it. Nobody accepted the book. No, everybody was like, oh, no, it's fine, man. Thanks, or was busy or some shit. We finally got a copy of it because, like I said, he brings one every time. We open it up, and it's basically a cult. And apparently this guy is a cult leader in Pensacola. Had no idea. It's about this god named Ra, and don't know what the cult is called, but he's like, if you have any questions or want to get more information, here's how to contact me or whatever.
So well, you know what's got to happen now.
Bring him on.
Bring him on the podcast.
So did he write it? That's his book?
The dude wrote it.
And he just comes in
now,
all the time.
And he's like super cool about it.
We are on the precipice of such a great moment in our life.
Greatness.
Have you ever met somebody that started a cult?
No.
I guess not.
That's like meeting Jesus Christ.
Well,
you've never met the guy. We've always read about the guy.
Okay.
You never met the guy.
Maybe Jesus Christ isn't the best example. Maybe
I wasn't saying
Hubbard.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe that's a good,
maybe him.
That guy.
I wasn't saying like he is a cult leader. I'm saying like he was the guy everybody wrote about.
That's like exactly what you said, though. But that's exactly what you said.
But it's not.
But no. So cult leader, and he still comes in like all the time to the restaurant. So.
Oh, it kind of sounds like maybe some of your coworkers should take one for the team so we can
that's what I'm saying.
see what happens.
I need some
years.
I don't know. Do a trial run.
Undercover cam or something just to see what the fuck's going on. Because I don't know. But the book threw me off because I was like, what the fuck is this book about? And then I open it and it's like, this is for the god of Ra or whatever. And I was like, hold on now. And had to flip through a couple of the pages. I haven't read it. I'm not going to probably, but yeah.
Dude.
So.
Do you have HBO?
Yeah. I use my friend's HBO, but yeah.
So you got it.
Nobody has legit has a real login. Everybody has someone else's login.
By the way, everybody who does have them and gives their passwords out to other people,
real MVP.
Fucking you are the heroes.
Fucking heroes for real.
Yes, and I want to have one of you on
because everybody
just
thanks
for the
you.
fucking and if you want to give us passwords, okay,
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
We're the password wanna have club.
Yeah.
So if you want to give them to us,
do we pay for any of them? No.
Let me think.
Can you come on the podcast? Of course.
I don't even pay for a single one I have.
I don't pay for anything.
See?
We have like this universal Crunchyroll account that I'm pretty sure like 40 plus people are on. They don't have like a limit. And so like any show you go to, someone's watched it.
What is that called?
Crunchyroll? It's like anime.
It's like anime Netflix basically.
Oh,
you have like a crazy amount of coverage. Yeah.
Damn, that's tight.
Like you would never be able to watch the entire thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Basically, every so often, he'll change the password. And so I have to ask someone. They're like, let me find out. And they have to ask someone. And eventually
it's like
the
3 weeks later.
Yeah. It's like, oh, thanks, finally. It only took a month.
If you could watch the line of, like, questions, it would go, like, to somebody on a boat with a beard. And, like, it's raining and they're scribbling things down. It takes off with a bird with a bottle in its mouth.
It goes to China somehow. And then it comes back over
It's, like,
here.
different languages. And it's like, passing through. Dude,
that's got to translate it.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down. That's a good bit.
But if you are on HBO, what I was getting at is, have you ever heard of a documentary called The Vow?
I don't think so.
It's a documentary about a sex cult. So originally it did not start off as a sex cult. Like people weren't aware of that because obviously nobody's like, yo, we fucking over here. It started out as we want to be better individuals. And this guy was selling this like program because he was like hyper intelligent. Like he's like, I know you're going to laugh at this, but he's like Kanye West level. Like he's that into himself and he's like that into like his own ideas. So what he explains is like, he believes is like gospel basically. So he was really big into like the stocks when he was coming up, and he did really well in Wall Street. But I can't remember what got him out of that. But it was almost like the Wolf on Wall Street type story at the beginning. Then he got into like this like self-healing and like we're gonna be better people and stuff, and he started that, and it like became like this community that grew and grew, and like you could pay to be like a teacher, but you had to take so many courses. Like he was making money off people trying to be like him. But there was like an inner circle. Like it's like a 6 or 7 episode documentary. There's another one that's like on Hulu that's like 2 episodes or something, but it's about one individual girl's story. And that one, you want to watch The Vow, then you want to watch that one, because The Vow really gives you the vast majority of the story, and then this one gives you details on one of the stories in The Vow that you never find out about.
It sounds like some weird like self-help pyramid scheme
It
going
is.
on.
It 100% is, and it has celebrities in it. It has people all like wrapped up. It has pictures of like people you're like, of course they're crazy, but you didn't think they'd be like. I guess you would think they would be, because like everybody has that red bracelet. Like, what was that cult? It was like, yeah, Madonna had it. Like fucking, I want to say Michael Jackson had it. Tom Cruise had it.
Talking about the Scientology shit?
It's not Scientology. I don't think the red bracelet.
I don't think red bracelets is Scientology.
I don't think so either. I think it was something else, but maybe it is. Who knows? But like those same type of people are in that. So it's like, I don't know. When you become a celebrity, you hear something from someone else, and then you'll just do it because it's like, well, I trust that person.
Yeah.
But dude, the story is so good and it's so crazy. HBO has so many good documentaries. There's another one on there about this guy that fucking confessed. Like, he was doing this whole thing where he didn't confess to the crime he committed. And then at the very last interview, this dude's like kind of wrapping it up. He kind of wants to do the little last tidbits of the story. He goes to his like, what is the fucking, penthouse in like Manhattan or something. And they're like wrapping up the story, and he goes, I'm going to go pee real quick. And he's like, yeah, that's cool. We're done anyway. The dude goes to the bathroom, and while he's peeing, he's an old man now. He's peeing, and he's like, did I fucking murder them people? Yeah, I fucking murdered them people. Yes. And he confesses, but he's in the bathroom, and he forgets he's mic'd up. He has like a lav mic on his collar.
Why would you
and
even risk that?
Completely forgets. I mean, he's fucking old. He doesn't remember that the mic's on him, and he completely confesses to the crime.
Yikes.
I gotta remember the name of that, but...
Dude, y'all heard of Jared Leto's cult?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Jared Leto has a cult. Yeah. I don't...
That's like mind-blowing.
It's like from what I understand, it's like... I guess it started as a joke.
By the way, the documentary that I just told you about by the guy that confesses is called The Jinx.
That's the one on HBO?
Yeah, it's about Robert Durst, an accused murderer, but he definitely did it. Like,
that
yeah,
name
they caught them.
familiar. I feel like
I've heard that name, Durst, before.
It's like an older documentary, 2015, I guess is older, but like, it's still super good. You should watch it. Anyways.
Oh, I was just saying Jared Leto has a cult. So that's
do you know like what's up with it?
No clue. I mean,
he's like, do you know how to get in, or like you got the invite?
Like, I don't know, but he's got a cult.
A couple of songs, dude. But no, I don't know exactly what the deal is. To be real with you, because I don't think there's a lot of like coverage on it.
It sounds like you're covering up, like you're in it.
No,
you're like, I really have no idea, to be honest
just
with
saying,
you.
if you want to like look into it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying if you want to call
I
this
got a
number.
pamphlet. I got a or whatever.
Pamphlet.
Huh?
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why you stuttered on it.
No. What?
Huh?
Yeah, he's got a cult though. Which,
that's wild.
Yeah, apparently it started as a joke where he was like, "Yeah, it's a cult," and then it turned into a real cult. And there's pictures that they wear all white and stuff.
Oh my god!
And
you know who he
like,
ripped that from?
What?
Who talks about having a cult all the time?
Oh, I know.
And
no, this was like 7 or 8 years ago.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay, never mind.
But recently, it's become like a real fucking cult.
Okay, because
yeah,
you don't want to rip off.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Don't want to rip off a cult. But
so,
do you have Peacock? Or do you have the password for Peacock yet?
For Peacock,
yeah.
Peacock, like NBC's streaming service?
Oh, no.
Dude, they're doing their own original, like, documentaries and TV shows and shit.
Really?
Bro? Maybe, yeah, like, maybe the Tiger King documentary of this year, I think is the John Wayne Gacy one.
Yeah. That shit.
It's just called...
You know who John Wayne Gacy is?
That name sounds familiar, but...
Do you know the story?
I mean, sort of, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and I'll, like...
He was a murderer, serial killer, but he like did a bunch of weird shit in his house, right? He, like,
okay,
had a
I'll go
house
ahead.
Set up,
yeah, I'll go ahead.
But he was also a clown, and he did kids parties or something.
Yeah, but that is very tiny part of the story, but I don't know why that is so blown up. Even the documentary kind of talks on it. Like, he did the whole clown thing like once a month, maybe. Yeah, I'm terrible with words. But so basically, he was a contractor. He didn't originally do contracting, but he got into contracting, and he would hire like young boys being like 13 to like 21-ish, and he'd have them come work for him. And people noticed like some of the people that were working with him would go missing. But it's the fucking 70s. When he started the company, I think it was like 69, because he had moved from where he was.
Nice.
Yeah, and like in the 60s, in the 60s, I want to say like 66 or 7, he got in trouble for lewd acts with a underage minor, but I can't remember.
Did you say lewd acts?
Yeah, so like sexual and stuff.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly what the charge is, but he was forced to move from where he was, and he moved to Chicago. And he got a house and all this shit, and he started working. So he started a contract company, hired all these boys. They started going missing. But it's the 70s, so nobody's really looking into things too well. And he had a crawl space, and one time this boy went missing, and they were like, well, what happened? Like, they were interviewing his mom, because his mom was the last person to ever see him. And his mom was like, well, he was talking about going to see a contractor for a job, and then I never saw him. Like, she was parked outside of work, going to pick him up at, like, wherever he worked. I can't remember the name of the place, but he come out to the car and was like, hey, I got to go. Here's my check. I'm going to go talk to this guy. He said he got a job for me that's, like, way more money than here. And she's like, okay, hurry back. And then he never came back. But, like he had said, I'm going to go talk to this contractor. John Wayne Gacy was linked to the building they were working on, and then they, like, monitored his house and then was like, hey, we got to search the house. Searched the house, didn't find anything. Nothing. Then they had detail sit with him, like, on his house for 2 weeks or a week or something like that. And he was so wild. Like, his imagination is so wild, and he's so, like, bipolar, people would say. He would invite them in for dinner. And, like he would go and he noticed they'd be following him, and then he'd invite them to sit with him at, like, Waffle House or whatever it was. And he'd just get to know him, and he would say some wild shit, like, things that you're like,
whoa.
One of the things he said that one of the cops noticed was weird. He was like, man, people love clowns, man. Like, they don't, like, judge you or whatever. They just know you're around for fun. You could get away with murder.
Oh, my God.
He said that to the cop. Which wasn't even the thing.
Hey, man. He's probably killed some people.
Yeah. That wasn't even the thing that got him either. The thing that got him was on one of the final, like, days of the thing, because they were only allowed to, like, tag or tail him for, like, so long. And it was one of the last days, and he was like, I see y'all are outside. It's fucking Chicago. It's snowing. Come inside, get warm, and I'll feed you. The dude's in there. They're drinking, and he's like, I gotta go piss. He goes to go piss. The heater kicks on, much like how loud ours is. It must have been kicking like that fucking hard, because he said,
kid in there? Help!
No, it kicked, and then he noticed that there was like a rotting flesh smell in the house. Oh. Yeah, and he's like, something's weird about this. So he went and told his, like, superior, and they got another court order from the judge, and the judge was like, now we have reasonable doubt to search. So they searched.
Yeah,
the reason they couldn't smell it, though, apparently, like, if you put lime down, because he goes into,
like, eats away all the shit, right?
Well, it masks the smell, because he, like, asked people about it. He goes into this too, and he's like, it masks the smell, and they can't even smell it unless something kicks it up like that. And they were like, so how much lime do you think you put down, like, in that time frame? How much you think?
Like, we're talking gallon units.
Well,
like,
lime is powder, so try to do it in pounds.
Oh, probably like 400 or 500 pounds.
What do you think?
I honestly, I couldn't give you an answer.
He goes, if I had to guess, 700 to 800 pounds of lime. Pick up a pound of flour and look at that.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's wild,
50-pound sacks of flour are like.
You want to know what's even crazier about the story? He didn't dig any of the graves. He had the boys that were working for him dig graves for the dead bodies that he had.
Did they know they were digging the graves for the dead bodies? Or he's just like, dig this hole.
This is, dude, so many people on this documentary that you're like, I wonder if this is going to come up or whatnot. Towards the end of the documentary, and I know I'm fucking spoiling it for people.
Don't spoil it because I'm going to watch it.
Well, this part doesn't spoil anything other than, like, you just never find out, and it's like, you still are hooked. Everybody that has answers, like, the boys that were digging the things, that could have...
different?
They all died. Oh. Not to him. Like, they all died, either they committed suicide, they died of natural causes, they didn't want to be questioned. Like... No, like that is like you'll watch the thing and you're like, that's not even crazy because it'll be like fucking 40 years later they died, and he's dead.
Yeah,
I don't know if everybody knew that. That was kind of a spoiler.
40 years, I feel like it's a pretty fair time that someone might die.
Yeah, this is like this all happened in 78. They were like anywhere from 13 to 21. Yeah, in 78, that's 40 fucking years ago, or 42 or 3 years ago. So it's like, of course they're either old as fuck, didn't want to talk. One dude came out. Like, just fucking watch it. I don't want to say anymore. Yeah, it is worth the whatever streaming price or bugging your friend for passwords. It's fucking worth it. It's so good.
Are you into like that, like crime documentary type stuff? Any of like?
There was one that was on Netflix. I was trying to remember earlier.
What's it about? I could tell you.
Everyone was watching it. It was like this dude that kidnapped the same girl twice, like two different times.
I know what you're talking about.
He like seduced
hidden
both
in plain
the
sight.
I think it was called.
He fucked everybody.
Oh, yeah.
He had sex with everybody in the family.
He like kidnapped the daughter. They got her back, and then he convinced them to like stay in her room at night.
Yep.
Because he was like, "Oh, my therapist wants me to get over this."
The dad sucked the dude's dick.
Yeah, that was a wild story.
I'm sorry. No matter how close I am with you, we fight sometimes. I don't think you can convince me, and don't even try to suck your dick. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I don't think you can.
Give shot.
Listen, when I was in high school...
Hold on, convinced me.
There's a really convincing guy in math class.
His name is this dude. He's a cult leader. He's got this book called How to Make Love in Prison.
You're like, I'm just saying you should talk to him. He's a pretty good talk.
Yeah. What were you saying?
In high school, someone brought it up in one of our classes. He's like, 1 in 3 guys can suck their own dick. And so he like went down to do it, and he's like, I can't reach. And then my friend, he's like, I can't reach. I went down, and I was like, I think I can reach it. And so it just like became this running joke. Years later, I was like on a Discord call with someone I had known from high school but almost never spoken to. And he was like, yeah, I've heard some really weird things about you, man.
Oh, about you? Oh, okay.
And I was like...
I thought he was going to be like, hey, watch this.
He was like... I was like, well, what did you hear about? And he's like, well, I heard that you sucked your dick in like a high school bathroom or something.
You're like, it wasn't in the bathroom, dude.
Like,
why did people get this rumor wrong?
I was like, where did this start? Who kept this going
and then you
all
were like,
these years?
Oh, okay. I see. No, I didn't. But I see where you got that from.
Yeah.
That's
wild, dude.
Didn't Marilyn Manson take?
That's a fucking rumor.
Didn't he take?
That's a rumor. I don't know that he took the ribs out, but I heard that is a complete rumor.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he had them like removed for that.
I think if he ever did have them removed, it's probably for like a visual effect, not for that.
That would make sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like look at some of the shit he's posted, like as far as like his body, it does look like things are shaped abnormally. Not that anybody has an average body, like all bodies are different, but like
he was just in
the news for some shit. Yeah, I don't know.
That's not where I was going, but he was just in he was in Sons of Anarchy. That show, the motorcycle
still
show,
going on.
I don't know if it's now they
You're
have
talking
like
about
spin-offs or whatever.
They have spin-offs Mayans. Yeah.
But he was in the original Sons of Anarchy.
Really?
Yeah, he was in prison, and he was the advocate between the prison, like the people in the prison and the people.
Did you watch that entire show?
I
got out of whatever the season was where they went up and killed the wrong guy from behind at the end of the season. Yeah, that was the last episode I ever saw.
Yeah, I watched quite a bit of it.
Or no, they killed the dude's wife, is what it was.
Yeah.
Because
I watched up to the point where they started doing porn, paying for porn and shit. Like they had their own porn promotion and shit, and started branching out. Yeah. After that point, it was like, all right, y'all are just grabbing at whatever you can get to make this show. But the first couple of seasons were pretty damn good, from what I remember. That was a while ago, but But yeah, he was in that show for a while, and he looked way different. I didn't realize who it was until I was like, "Is that fucking Marilyn Manson?" And then I was like, "Oh shit, cool."
Did he have like short hair or something?
Yeah, and it also just because I'm so used to seeing him from like back in the day, the way he looked.
Yeah.
So now it was like, the fuck, he like put on a little weight in his face and stuff, and he's a little bit bigger.
He looks
And
like
like
a completely different person.
yeah, he like it just threw me off.
You know who looks crazy different from the past?
Paul Wall.
Oh yeah, Paul Wall does look kind of crazy different.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody watch that show? My Name Is Earl.
I know who you're talking
Yes!
about. What's his name? The dude that just got super. He like lost all the weight and got jacked.
Jack, dude. The fat comedic best friend that looked basically like a slob.
Yeah, he was like Earl's brother or stepbrother.
I don't know what show you're talking about. What's the dude's name?
I don't know the comedian's real name.
He's a
but
comedian?
He lost like a bunch of weight and then got super jacked.
You're gonna notice by the fucking image, dude. You're not gonna pay it. Like you're not gonna be able to recognize the.
I don't know how much of
second
the
image.
story you've seen, but it's actually crazy. Like he was
That guy.
Oh yeah.
That guy.
Oh yeah. I've seen that picture before.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You're like.
he looks jacked.
You know what he looks like he should do now?
Braun. He looks
Yes,
like
I was
Braun.
just about to say he should be a wrestler now.
Yeah.
I could see that.
He
Yeah.
definitely looks like a fucking wrestler now,
Yeah.
dude. It's crazy.
Or the what's the dude, the Fiend without his mask on?
Yeah, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Do you watch any wrestling?
No, not
No,
really.
not a fan.
There's like one wrestler. I didn't even know he was a wrestler at the time. There's like one wrestler I follow on Instagram. I guess he's like called Van Hagen or something.
Van Hagen.
Let me see if I can find him real quick.
You're
But-
like Van Halen. He's actually not a wrestler
Actually,
at all.
never mind.
He's like
Sorry.
you have like a personal relationship with like Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
you're actually best friends with Eddie Van Halen.
that's
Like,
wild.
oh damn, and then you unfollow him. You're like, oh, it's not even.
Yeah,
a
you're like, I
wrestler.
thought you were a wrestler, dude. You're a fucking liar, bro.
You're a
This
fucking
is
liar.
the guy. I just thought he was funny because I was like following a bunch of fitness
The
and like
Van
bodybuilders
Hagen?
and stuff. and
Oh
he would
my
pop up.
god, dude! He just won the 24-hour title. He is like the average
Oh.
guy.
I
He's
didn't even realize he was a wrestler and I was following.
that's fucking
Like, how the fuck
wild,
did I follow
dude.
this guy? That's cool.
This is wild because he just won this title like prior to WrestleMania because it was for this fucking ad. Like they're in front of this big like Old Spice thing where it's like all deodorant, and then a hand pops out to give somebody deodorant, and then it falls over. Which I guess it was R-Truth. Which I'm gonna get off of wrestling. It's just gonna fucking go in a bad spot. I like wrestling a lot. I don't watch wrestling so much anymore, even though that's what it sounds like I do.
Yeah, it sounds like you're real tapped in.
I'm real big on like Attitude Era, which is like 95, 6, 7 ish is the beginning of it till like 2003 ish. You know, I mean, there's some blurring the lines of like going to the next like
Was that Ruthless Aggression?
yeah, Ruthless Aggression era. But yeah, I'm like I love old school wrestling. Like on my breaks I've been watching, like I don't know if you pay attention to what I'm doing because
I can like hear you watching stuff sometimes, but
it's fucking dude.
I love how Cody thinks everybody knows what he's doing. He's like, yeah, you watch me do that, right? Like, I
I'm
have
like,
my own shit going on.
dude, you're telling me
Sorry.
there's not a TV crew following me at all times?
Yeah.
Dude,
No.
A&E, that biography,
Why
Steve Austin.
touch me?
You know the trailer I sent you?
Yeah. Did it make you cry? Did you watch it?
I dead serious cried at lunch.
Yeah.
really.
The Rock starts talking about Stone Cold and how he's like, Stone Cold gave him a look and he's like, I'm taking you with me to the top. And,
Show off.
and The Rock cried. Like he started to tear up. I'm sitting there eating my yogurt and pineapples and I'm like, he fucking took him.
My man's
to the
crying
top.
eating yogurt, dude.
Can we talk
Yeah,
about
dude.
how The Rock is literally doing everything in existence now?
All of it.
Everything.
He has
bro.
like
All of it.
tequila, an energy drink, a TV
He has
show.
an energy drink?
Yeah, it's called. I think it like just came out. It's called Zoa. It's like this
Zoa,
low,
that
0
makes
calorie
sense.
energy
I
drink.
hate to say this. Name, you're already not going to make it.
It's like a. It's supposed to be like a Samoan thing, though, right?
I think
That's
it's
what it
gonna
would
sell
be?
just strictly because The Rock made it.
Yeah.
Just
well.
terrible name.
Anything he
though.
makes, it's just or he gets involved in, everyone
it's
just
true.
buys it.
It doesn't matter how many of those like cringy comedy movies he's in. People will still watch them.
Yeah.
People still watch. It doesn't matter what it is. People will always watch it.
But 100% recommend it.
Yeah.
It is
What is it
so fucking good. It's free. It's on A&E, the app, or if you have the channel, which fucking nobody has the channel, but you can just download the app and watch it for free.
Oh, really?
But
That's
I will tell you this: if you're watching it on your phone, it fucking gets stuck in a loop of ads. Like, you'll watch it and it'll get to the ads and it'll be like 20 fucking minutes of ads, and I'm like, there's no way I'm watching that same ad again. Yeah. So you get it all the way out and then play it again. It has to play the ads again first, and then it'll. I'm talking. I almost threw my fucking phone, dude. I went from crying to pissed off in like
37 seconds.
Yeah, dude, I was so mad, but that is the best wrestling documentary. And I saw The Undertaker's Last Ride on WWE.
I want to get my hands on that. I can't find a service to watch.
It's on Peacock, bro. Peacock, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Get somebody's password, bro.
Give me what's up.
I don't know. We'll talk. I'll talk to my people. We'll talk.
Okay.
But
you talk to your people. You get your people in touch with my people.
Yeah. Found out I ain't got no people.
Well, okay.
Dude, are you into comedy at all?
Yeah.
Do you know who Louis C.K. is?
I love Louis C.K.
Yes.
Did you listen to his very last special that just came out?
Sincerely.
Yes, I kept getting like YouTube recommendations, so I just like went down the list.
Yeah.
Oh, you got like part 1 of 8, and then you went to 2 of 8.
Dude, I had the fucking file on here, like, cause I bought it. I bought it from him.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bits is like right at the beginning. He's like, you know, when bad shit happens to you, you find out who your real friends are. And then he goes, your real friends
are not
your cool friends.
Yeah.
And they're not your fun friends. They're your real friends. And your real friends are never who you want them to be.
He said, I'm going to pray on that for you.
Dude, I fucking love that bit. That bit had me crying yesterday, dude.
Whenever I was in quarantine the first time or whatever, I was watching all the in my room watching all kinds of stand-ups and shit. And I was like, that's when it just had come out. And so I bought it and watched it like 5 times within like a couple days because it was so fucking funny.
Who's your comedians that you like a lot?
100% Louis C.K. He's like one of my top favorite.
Word.
I'm trying to think who else. What's his name?
Have you seen anybody?
I've never seen anyone live.
What? Dude, change your life.
Yeah.
Tom Segura, 100%. Tom
Segura. Well, you know that's why the podcast is called Some People Suck. Show them the bikes.
Bikes! Oh my god.
And I got...
No, other armpit.
Some
people
suck
I was
going
to ask about that. One of my coworkers was like, Cody's got an armpit tattoo. Because
I got
was
both.
about how this sucked. And I was like, anyone that gets their armpit tattooed is on another level.
Yeah,
Mentally
dude.
crazy.
Trust me, I didn't want to be on that level. Look,
the Some People Suck, that seems
the Some
awful.
People Suck, dead serious, was so painless.
Oh, really?
What part sucked was when it got to the outside. But the fucking... This one was only outside pretty much. You saw the circle. Dude, my eyes were tearing. I was like, oh, fuck.
Did you ever get to that point where you've had so many tattoos that as they're getting close to an area, you already know the degree of pain you're gonna feel?
I know, dude.
Like when I was getting my blackout, she inched closer. I was like, it's gonna change from this numbing pain to a sharp pain. As soon as she did it, it's just like, I was like, yep, that's the exact pain I was imagining.
I have a fucking road rash. Like, obviously that was a full tree branch like this. But I fucking was hand fighting with my friend. We were bombing a hill. We were both on skateboards, and the point was to knock the other person off. And
That's a great point.
Knocked him right off. I mean, we're bombing and it's raining. Knocked him clean off.
I won that 2 weeks ago.
No. This was I don't know, 9 years ago, 10 years ago. Knocked him clean off, and I just power slid 180 to look back and watch the whole way because I was going goofy, and then I power slid so I could go fakey so I could watch. And as soon as I power slid, dude, their road was so slick, I just kept going. And my body was only prepared for 180. So as soon as I went like this, my body went, shing. And I didn't hit anything. My body just was like, nope.
Nah.
And we went flying, and I was like, so this whole shoulder and rub that tattoo clean off.
Holy shit, it rubbed it off?
Yeah, I mean, the tattoo was finished, but you see it gone there. Yeah, dude. And then when I was a fucking, I don't know, 10-year-old boy, put your arm out like this. My fucking uncle, he has a laptop in front of him like this.
Why am I doing this?
Just wait. He has a laptop in front of him like this, and he's playing this drag racing game he had on his computer, and laptops were I didn't know those existed at the time. I thought you only got the big box. So I'm playing it. He showed me how to play it, and then he comes up and I'm playing it like this. Put your arm on my arm like that. And okay, you're being real dumb.
What?
Just like this. You're like,
You said put your arm on my arm.
so like put it next to mine like this. He does that. And he goes, you think you're tough? And I was like, what? I was like, okay. He goes, you think you're tough? And I was like, yeah, I think I'm tough. What's up? And dropped the cigarette there. And he goes, don't move.
Oh, that's fucked.
Dude. And I sat there and I was like, okay, I won't move. And I'm not moving. The cigarette went out. So I have a burn mark right there, which you can't see because of the way the tattoo is, but you can feel it. It's like a saggy asshole.
So this was your uncle?
Yeah, my Uncle Wayne, which is like actually my dad's cousin. So he's like my second cousin, but they were the same age or something. I don't know. But yeah, like that was like one of the other things. Like when they tattooed that, I was like, ooh, that feels different. Like tattooing scars feel different. Mm-hmm. Like I don't have a lot of other ones that I can think of that I tattooed over other than like hand stuff. Like, but those are like so old.
I have this one that I actually got it from the guy that was tattooing me. He was so heavy-handed that there's a scar just along my hand right there.
Holy fuck.
It kind of goes to the tattoo, so I was like, all right, I'm just going to roll with it. But
damn.
Yeah, he was so heavy-handed that he just left a scar.
Dude, I got
gnarly,
my fucking hip tattooed like 2 days before Warped Tour once. And you know where this is going.
Sweating like a motherfucker.
Sweating like a motherfucker, got staph in it. And it wrecked the fucking tattoo. Like, look at the tattoo. It's like just fucking super cloudy.
I feel like that could be easily like fixed though.
I'm not gonna do it though.
Did it hurt
Nope.
that bad?
Dude, it hurt bad. Like, dude, belly tattoos fucking suck. I don't know if you have anything.
I
But...
don't have anything. I've been planning to get a bunch of torso tattoos. I know it's gonna fucking suck.
Hey, don't.
Cody's turned this new leaf in his life where he's like,
dude,
yeah,
hey,
no
if you
more
get tattoos, you're a fucking idiot. Guess
I
what? We
literally just got
we got
a tattoo
three-
today,
He literally
so-
just came.
We
from
have
a tattoo
3
appointment,
fucking
so-
idiots in the studio today.
Dude,
Well, and you know what's fucked up is that he says that to me like a couple weeks ago, and then
Okay.
4 days ago he goes, "Hey, I think I'm gonna get my head finished tattooed." And I was like, "You're a fucking idiot!" Like,
What do you have on the side of your head?
They're fucking like wings. Like the wings.
Oh, they're,
go
like, coming up?
Yeah, they go up to like here-ish or something. I have a picture that I sent. You know who Vic Bix is?
Yeah, yeah.
I sent her to like see what we could do with it, but yeah, this is like what it looks like with no shit in the way.
You look so different in that picture.
I know. I got my
You
shit
have
together.
blonde hair.
Blonde hair?
It looks maybe it's just the angle, but like the
I
lighting.
said blonde.
No, I just like look fucking
Okay.
angelic
I don't
with
know. It
short
looks
hair.
kind of blonde at the top.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
He said thanks, but no thanks.
I mean, I appreciate me looking so handsome in this, but yeah, dude. But like, I was talking to you about doing a mullet for it.
Yeah.
But looking at the back, like how skinny that mullet would be, it would have to be like a fucking faux hawk type thing.
I see.
But the mullet I'm talking, do you know who Morgan Wallen is?
No.
Of course you don't.
He's a country singer.
Do you watch SNL at all?
I've seen clips on YouTube.
Yep. Don't know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Nobody.
It's fine. No, it's fine.
That's fine.
You're not gonna know, and it's totally okay.
This dude was going on fucking SNL. He was the musical star for the episode. And he got banned from going on to SNL because he was videoed in Alabama at a party making out with like tons of girls. And this was like right when
Yeah, he's had some.
the
other
end of the
recent-
world was happening. Like,
Oh.
so they were like, hey, you can't because you might have contracted something we don't know.
First, I was thinking in my head, I was like, what's
This
wrong
is
with
the
him
guy.
making out with a bunch of girls?
But this is the guy. I wanted to do something like that temporarily and then grow it back out.
The look on his face.
I'm like, he looks kind of familiar.
You're like, yeah, that's not going to work.
yeah.
You could
And
get,
I
like,
don't know how to
do it.
say it to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice, but just don't.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, he's had some other shit come out recently.
You know what's wild? You know why people think I pick
Not
on you
as
too
good.
much?
Huh?
I said, you know what? Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I feel like
That's why I thought you
maybe
were
that's
going
why
with
he
this.
looks
No,
familiar
no,
because
no.
I feel like I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
you've
about.
probably
Yeah.
seen that. Yeah,
He was
that
videoed
hit-
saying something.
Yeah, okay.
Nah.
That's why
Yeah.
I was looking at him. I was like, that
Yeah.
face.
I know
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah. I think the reason why people think I pick on you too much on the podcast is because our guests are always way too nice. They never pick on us.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Like, when I was trying to show you the haircut just then, you were like, in your head, you're like, that ain't it. But you were like,
sitting here nodding my head like,
but in your head, you're like, how do I spin this a different way?
Yeah.
I think I know that guy.
Yeah. You're like, how do I get out of this?
Yeah, because that ain't it, dude.
Don't make me be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think we've had anybody that, well, Nod kind of picks on us too. So I think that.
Yeah, but I feel like he didn't even get into us, really. And then, like, my sister tried to give us material. But, like, that material didn't really work.
To be fair, I just met you, and this is probably the longest I've ever spoken to you.
Yeah. It is very, it's like, you don't
He
really...
did come to jiu-jitsu Monday. Monday?
Yeah, how was that?
I got my ass kicked.
Yeah, it's like death cardio.
Insane, dude. Oh, yeah, you were doing cardio that
It's
on Monday.
called death cardio, and then right after is BJJ class. Yeah,
and right before that, I'd gone on a 40-minute bike ride, so I was dead.
Already not feeling it.
But homeboy in shape, dude. So don't let that get you twisted, bro. He's in shape.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
So even in shape, bro, we were doing wall sits, because we were in the same cycle together. So we're next to each other, and our legs are
Dude, my quads started cramping at one point. I've never had any muscles cramp, and they were rock solid.
Yeah.
The dude was like, "Come on, Edward." I'm like,
yeah, Tony was being
over.
nice, but he was just like, "Come on, man," because he has to try to push you because that's the point of the class. So he can't just be like, "Oh, you want to sit down there? Yeah, that's fine."
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, no, take a break. No, you're fine.
Yeah, it's called break class.
Yeah.
You were doing burpees or something. He's like, "Just do something with your arms."
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, I was doing some shit over there, but I saw you doing it, and I was like, "Fuck," because he's in shape.
Yeah.
And he's cramping, and I'm like, "What is about to happen?"
Yeah, I'm about to get hit hard.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's a scary feeling, ain't it? Because I've had cramps where you wake up in the middle of the night or something, and you have a cramp in your calf or some shit.
Yeah.
But when you're in the middle of a workout where you're expending all kinds of muscle.
Because you did CrossFit for a minute.
Yeah, I did CrossFit for a while.
I never did that. I've always wanted to do that.
When you're in the middle of a workout and you're
because you're timed, aren't you?
Yeah,
Isn't there a time circuit?
You're trying to get as fast.
It's got to be
as
what we were doing. It's got to be similar.
Well,
I'm not saying it was.
They're not they're basically workouts in themselves. There's 15 different genres of workout, right? And then there's different things you can do under each genre. So it's they have every minute on the minute workouts, and then they have timed workouts, and then they have just get the workout done type thing. But it's all literally some of the hardest shit I've ever done is CrossFit workouts, where it's I'm gonna fucking kill someone.
They should have realistic workouts on there, carrying way too much groceries for way too long of a distance.
Yeah.
And it's coming out of your hands, and you're like, "No, I'm not gonna make it."
You
can make it.
But when you're in the middle of a workout and you start cramping, you're like, "Oh my god, dude, I'm gonna die!" It hits different.
I straight up thought I'd torn something because it's I've torn muscles and it felt super similar to that. And I got really scared for a second.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you because I seen you around town, and you definitely didn't look like this.
Oh.
So what got you from whatever the way you were living to being so fitness? I wouldn't say oriented, but you're definitely paying attention to yourself.
Oh man, that's such a weird. I feel like it's a weird story.
We're here for weird stories, bro.
Yeah, dude. Hey, look at us. Our logo's us kissing, bro. Can't get much weirder.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't sit on it too long, but I think it started I think ever since I was a little kid, I kind of just wanted to be the center of attention.
Yeah.
So fast forward to high school, right before everyone started being seen.
Yeah.
I think I just randomly discovered it on YouTube. I was like, I'm gonna start dressing seen, and then people started noticing. So I was like, this is fucking nice.
Yeah.
People noticing me. So then fast forward, I think I was working at Walmart. And I lost 40 pounds working there.
There was nothing you were doing, it just was coming off?
Yeah. Well, I mean, before that, I'd just been sitting around playing video games. And so I lost 40 pounds. And I guess that's when I finally started noticing my body. And I was like, oh, I think I want to start working out. And it was so half-assed for up till maybe a couple years ago. And then I was like, I'm going to take this seriously. I'm going to really get into it. I see these people doing it. Why can't I do it?
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's I went from this little emo scene kid to whatever you want to call this. That's to
wild,
summarize it really quick.
Yeah. I mean, you're in the shape I want to be in. Got a guy crush on your body? Weird. I don't know.
Look at the logo.
Do I look? Hey.
What?
I mean, I look at your like posts that you put, and I'm dude, I
all my
could get there
douchebag
maybe.
posts.
Dude,
I straight up
that you're
apologize to
like,
people. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like,
You're like, I'm sorry, but I'm still going to post
honestly,
this.
not though, because I'm gonna post it.
You're like,
dude.
because I'm a fucking
Fuck it.
steak,
Don't
bro.
Look at me.
I'm a steak.
Look.
do you know who Taryn is at work?
Yeah.
She found me on Facebook, and I just looked at my coworkers. I was like, I feel so bad for her. She's gonna see my story. She's not gonna look at me the same after this.
Yeah. Dude, I wouldn't even worry about it, bro.
Fuck that, dude.
Like,
if you, well, that's the thing is like, if
you
you're
did it
confident in your body.
Yeah,
and, like,
dude.
You're like stoked.
You
about
put in
how
the
you are,
work is the
fuck
point.
everybody
Like,
else who doesn't think like, dude, whatever. Like, yeah, I mean, it's one thing if you're like, you know, like the hashtag bullshit, all that, but if. But if you're just
hashtag
like, I'm
hard work.
Hashtag
You
beast
can do
mode.
it.
Hashtag
Hustle.
Yeah.
Hashtag every day. Hashtag all day.
Hashtag Rome wasn't built in a day. But if you're like fucking stoked about where you are now and you're posting about it because you're happy about it, dude, fuck everybody. Like, honestly, whatever.
It would be the same if you built like fucking birdhouses and you posted a picture of a birdhouse every day. You're like, look what I did.
Look what I'm building, bro.
You're just building yourself, which is probably the most important building you can do. Is like working on yourself. Like, people don't do it enough. Like, how different has it made you feel mentally?
That's kind of like a roller coaster.
Really?
Like, but physically, like, so originally I just started because I was like, I just want to look good.
Yeah.
And then as I did it, like, physically I started feeling better. I had like a bunch of medical issues that just started going away. But mentally, it's kind
They're
of
like you're paralyzed. I don't know if you know this, but you cannot move your legs, and you're like,
okay,
this is weird. You start working at Walmart, and you're like, I think I'm feeling better, dude.
Yeah. And then the next day,
I can
walk to work.
They're like, if you keep going at this rate, you're going to be black in 3 weeks. You're like, what? That is not what I thought you were gonna say.
That is not what I was thinking at all.
Yeah.
So it's definitely helped you mentally though. Just I mean,
I think I'm finally getting to a good place. Like, when you follow those people on like Instagram and YouTube and stuff, it can get like, it can really mess with your head because a lot of them are not natural.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know that at the time. I was like, all these people are natural.
Dude.
Like, in my head, I was like, oh, no one does
can't I look
steroids.
like
No one does
that?
this or that.
Yeah, like
why don't I look like
so
them?
then I was like, why aren't I putting on 21 pounds of muscle in like 3 months? What's going on?
Yeah.
So I was like, am I just not good enough? And it starts like creating all these problems. And then as you learn more, you're like, oh, wait, I'm doing fine. You look back at yourself a few years, you're like, wait, I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah. Dude, that is such a good point. Yeah.
I was about to say, that outlook is like the best outlook I think you can have.
People don't do enough looking back. They look at what's in front of them as far as like Instagram. Hey, that's right in front of me. But they do not look back like what you just said about like, look where I was.
Yeah. Progress is important no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, looking back, I know, you want to work on your future and like better yourself for the long run, but it's also important to realize, where you started and how much you've, grown and worked on yourself, and that's okay to look back on. Like, you should do that to see like, oh fuck yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
I
mean, I do a martial art, and I'm nowhere near as like good looking as your body looks. Well, like that sounds real. Hey man.
Y'all want me to get out of here, or
could you just light a candle on the way out?
Is this like an open marriage?
We gotta go. I don't fucking know, dude. Me and him.
You're like, I'm just gonna sit in the corner and look.
Me and him gonna have a talk later. I can tell you that.
You're like, listen, you come on a guy again one more time on the podcast. No, dude, like, I've done a martial art for 5 years now, and the peak shape I was in was probably the first year I was in, but it was because I was like already smaller. I was like 183-ish, and I'm like 189, 193, like in that ballpark now. I've never seen my abs in my life. I don't know if I was born without them. I don't know.
Just sometimes people just aren't.
I mean,
body type
you said you watch a lot of Greg Doucette.
Yeah.
Right? Like, a lot of it, sometimes it comes down to genetics. Like, some people are on the spectrum where their body just does not like to lose all that weight.
Yeah.
And it's much harder for some people than others. For me, it's like moderately hard to maintain what I have now, but some people it's like impossible. Like, it's just not going to happen.
See, in my opinion, it's like once you get to a certain spot, it's like hard to hold it, but it's easier to hold it than it was to get to that spot.
Yeah, because then you get to start upping like your food intake.
Right.
And
Yeah.
you can moderate a little better.
I was gonna ask you, what do you, as far as like diet goes, as far as maintaining where you're at, you know, in your fitness, what kind of diet are you working with?
That's so hard to say. And
So like,
I know it's like kind of an open-ended question, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I used to count my calories very religiously,
Really?
and that was just like messing with my head.
yeah,
Now I'm like at a point where I can like intuitively look at food and be like, that's probably that much calories. That's that. That's that.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like,
that's from years though.
yeah,
Like
I
I've
wouldn't
been
tell anyone to eat intuitively, but I can eat pretty intuitively. I can look at what's in my fridge. I can look at what I've eaten throughout the day and be like, this is probably the range I want to shoot for.
Right.
Yeah.
Like right now I'm trying to lose weight, so like I kind of like
trying to
keep
cut
track
back
of
on-
everything.
Which is wild.
Try
Like
to
how
up
much
my
weight are
carb.
you trying to lose?
I'm not looking for a specific number. I just like check in the mirror a lot.
Mm.
You know, like do I see changes?
Right.
Yeah.
What I eat, like if I eat a bunch of vegetables the night before, I know I'm gonna wake up bloated. Like
Yeah.
I can't compare myself that day, but maybe the next day, you know, I drink a lot of diet soda. Maybe I peed a bunch. Wake up and I'm like, okay, I can see the changes that
Right.
today.
Dude, you know, I can't get into that, but like, you know what makes me feel really good? Nope, can't get into that.
Oh god.
God, there's some things you just can't talk about, even though nobody's sponsoring us, and that's fine.
We got a sponsor, bro.
NDAC. Damn, dude.
Nah, we ain't sponsored by them.
No, look. I don't want to say I feel. How do I
Better
want to say this?
about-
I do want to say I feel better physically about myself when I see things that. Man, that's fucked up to say though.
Is this dick talk?
No, what?
Okay.
Dick talk? No.
Yeah. I thought
You know-
that's where you were going with this.
you
I thought you were
ever-
like, proportionately, I look way better. Oh, that's where you were going.
No, I'm saying like. You ever see a documentary about somebody that's just made a big change in their life physically,
Yeah.
but at first it was like way bad. So it like might be 1,000-pound life or something.
yeah.
But they ultimately cut down to like 200 pounds, and it's like way better for them health wise.
Yeah.
But you'll see that, and then you look at yourself in the mirror, and you're like, you know what? I'm not so bad right now.
Yeah.
Like I get in dangerous spots where I'm like what originally got me off the rails when I was like I was like 183 training for like a year, then I was competing all the time, and you know you cut weight for like competitions, because that's just like the nature of the sport. Even though that's terrible to do, you shouldn't be doing that. But I would cut weight, so I'd cut to like 175. Well, I did it like an international competition in Atlanta, and I got third place, but I was like so proud of myself because it was the biggest competition I was in, and there was two sides of the bracket, and I basically won my entire side and lost to the final dude that won the tournament. And I was like, dude, we're in Atlanta, we're on our way back. I hit every place on the way back. So, like, the convenience store, I got everything I wanted, Reese's, all this shit. The night before, I was in the fucking bathtub, like, as hot as I could get it, salt bath. And then when that went warm, I did it again, and I did it again. I didn't eat the night before.
So you just like completely dehydrated
Yeah,
yourself?
crazy bad. Like, the day of the competition, we didn't compete till 4 p.m. He
Is this
came.
Naga?
No, this was IBJJF. But
Oh.
I didn't eat the day of. I didn't drink the day of. So by the time I competed at like 4 p.m., I had nothing in my body. No pee, no poop, no anything, no food. And the way they do it is you weigh in and then you immediately fight.
Yeah. There's no like break. There's no like hour
No,
break.
like
It's
I weighed in. They put you in this like holding area because they're trying to make sure everybody weighs in. So as soon as everyone's done weighing in, you all walk to the mat and then you start fighting immediately.
How are you feeling like? Like were you like brain fog?
drained.
I wouldn't say like brain fogged. I was so there because I was like, wow, this is a big moment in my life. Like I want to perform. But I was very aware of like how
Physically.
It's almost like your brain. It's like your body was telling you something's wrong, but the adrenaline was like countering.
Yeah, and like what it feels like, if I could explain the physical feeling of it, it feels like you're a balloon that has no air in it. So you feel like this. Like it
It's
really
like
feels
draining.
like the inflatable
It feels like you're
guys
like carrying weights
when it's
around
off.
on you.
Yeah. So it feels like if somebody were to push me, I have no weight to push back. Is what it feels like. So it feels like a lot of energy is in your body, but not for you. It's not accessible. It's just like there, and you're like kind of like a
I feel like
skeleton with
do you know what
weird
NEAT is?
neat.
Like your non-exercise.
Yeah.
I forgot exactly the acronym, but it's like once your body is at a certain point, it starts telling itself to slow down because it's trying to conserve energy.
Yeah.
And it's like I encounter that all the time, but it's like if your body just feels heavy, like
Yeah.
you can't move
to
anything
me-
the way you want to move it.
Yeah.
To me, my body didn't feel heavy at all. It felt light, but the problem is I felt like if you are your normal self at a normal time, I felt like at that time I was like my diet self. Like it felt like I was there, but you could clearly tell I wasn't 100%. And like competing against me, they could probably feel like, oh, but I did really well. Like the first one I won on points. The second one I tapped the guy. The third one,
arm.
yeah, the third one I broke the dude's arm.
Really? You broke someone's arm?
Yeah, and then the
Yeah, I watched
fourth,
it happen.
the fourth, yeah, he was there. The fourth one, the dude just basically put me in guard and we stalled out on points, but he got points, so it was like 2 points or something, and then we stalled because I was dead. My arms were literally dead, just full of fucking cramps, and I could not do anything but hold.
Dude, is that like common though? Like people getting like their arms broken and stuff?
I mean, it's not uncommon in like a massive tournament. Like there are going to be injuries because people are going to be pushing it to the limits because they want gold or they've worked really hard for this for a long time.
Yeah. Well, and like for him, the dude didn't tap.
He
Like,
didn't.
It wasn't like he was just like,
his arm
"Fuck
was
you,"
like
and broke the
this.
shit. He was trying to.
It was like if his
hold out as
arm
long as he
is like
could.
this
Yeah.
and my arms were like weaved through his
Laced
arm.
through his
It's
shit.
called a Kimura, but it was like this and he just never tapped. And right here it went
could
snap and then his
feel it.
arm went.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I was
Oh,
like,
that's
I
bad.
stopped.
said,
I went like
in
this.
His defense, he never tapped, and he was like he's saying everybody's like wanting to do the push as hard as they can because everybody wants gold,
Yeah.
and then your body's like, nah, dog, we ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, because you got to think. Pretty much everybody is dehydrated.
Yeah.
And in between, like as I'm walking from the holding area to the mat, I'm drinking Pedialyte because I don't know any other way to drink or hydrate fast enough to be prepared for like what is about to happen because each match is 5 minutes long. That may not feel like a lot, but you're going dehydrated. Clocks tick super slow, they feel like, and you're like no energy. You're just like
5 minutes is a long time being like
in a fight.
Somebody's all of their power against all of your power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a long fucking time, no matter what.
But like off that topic, like whatever. I wanted to ask you the weird story you had about me.
Oh. I don't think it's weird, but like, do you remember Sean Berry at all? Do you remember him?
Sean Berry. That sounds so familiar.
A lot of people in Pensacola do not like him.
Is he bigger?
Oh, wow.
No, he was a very lanky dude. Had a big afro at one point. Well, anyway, we're at the mall. I was like,
what?
I was like 17 at the
Sean
time,
Berry.
and I already had set in my head like certain tattoos I was gonna get, and I was like, for my knuckles, I'm gonna get True Love tattooed on my knuckles.
Oh,
I had
that's
that
fine.
set in my head. I was like, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, you gotta meet this dude Cody who works at Hot Topic, and you probably don't even remember it. But that was the first time I ever met you, and I was just looking at all your tattoos, and I saw your knuckles, and I was like, "Oh my god, I can't! I have to back out."
Stay true.
Stay true. I was literally like about to turn 18,
That's wild.
and
Yeah.
my
That's wild shit.
my
right
knuckles
there.
were my first tattoo, which big dumb
Whoa.
idiot. But the girl was like, "Are you sure about this?" I was like, "I'm gonna get more. It's fine."
That
But
was your
literally like. That was probably like a month or so before I turned 18.
Sean
and I was
Berry.
like, I gotta figure something
That's
out right now.
gnarly, dude. That's
Do you have a
crazy.
picture of this guy?
I
Or
don't
could
know if
you
I could find one. You could find some stories about him, that's for sure.
Sean Berry, like what? How else would I know him?
Maybe he just knew of you. He was
I mean, I know that name.
He was very well known in Pensacola, Milton area.
For bad things?
First, good things. He was actually pretty cool, and then it started.
What'd he do? Like, what was the good things? Like, what was he?
I think he was just fun to be around. He just had a lot of energy. He
not
got along with
much.
everyone.
Sean Berry.
He was like a jack of all trades. He would just like dabble in everything.
Can you not find a picture of him because he might not be
I
somewhere
can try, but like
in handcuffs or
or
what are we talking
he
here?
Definitely
did he ever work at the airport?
I don't think so.
I worked with a guy named Sean Berry at the airport.
But you can ask.
You're telling me there's two Sean Berrys in Pensacola?
There's no way. Not a chance.
No fucking way.
This looks like this would be.
That name I got that.
Not a fuck.
He might have me blocked, honestly.
So
he's got he.
What's it? Do you know his Instagram? We're blowing his fucking thing.
I don't know if he would even have an Instagram. You can try looking up on Facebook.
I don't have that.
I'm gonna Facebook Sean Berry. How do you spell it?
It's just Sean, like SEAN and then BARRY.
That's not how I would have spelled it. So, I'm glad you said that.
What's it? Does he have a very last
Palm
name?
Beach State College.
Well, that can't be him. 22,000 followers.
He doesn't live in Pensacola anymore. I think he like lives in New York, possibly.
Does he have children?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Is he verified? How the fuck this guy got 1,500 followers
Sean Berry, Australia?
and verified?
You might not be able to find him. He probably has an anime picture as his profile picture. But he actually came up again, and like he messaged one of my friends saying some slurs I will not repeat.
Wow.
And then so that post blew up, and then I reposted a picture of messages he sent me from a random account 2 years ago, which had some more slurs I won't repeat on it.
Oh, wow.
And he just sends that to people in Pensacola just to try and mess with them and like get a rise. It's weird.
That was what he did. That was
whenever that's him now. Like it's weird. Wow. He went from like being probably one of the more liked people in Pensacola to like the most hated.
Here's something with the anime picture. It says "True friends don't leave."
That's him.
That's probably him.
That's him.
Oh, it's an anime picture.
Yeah, but there's no pictures?
There might not be unless you have him added.
Yeah, we're not gonna know this guy is.
No.
Something's telling me we ain't gonna find him.
There's no way to like.
No. Hey. No. Damn,
I'm
that's
very
wild,
surprised
dude.
you don't
message him. God damn it.
It was like one of those things where he felt like everyone knew who Sean Berry was.
So when he
dude?
came up and we talked, I talked to him.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He might have been straightening his hair at that point. I don't know. He was always wearing like a long sleeve shirt that was like black and white striped. A lot. Skinny jeans.
Sean Berry.
Typical emo apparel.
God, man, this is about to blow the last like part of the podcast out. Like I'm gonna just be like,
It's
who
just
is
Cody.
this guy?
Who?
Sean Berry. I knew a few Seans, but I don't know if his last name was Berry.
That's crazy.
I knew a John Berry.
All right, let's fucking stop.
Is that maybe
Let's
him?
fucking stop.
Nah, that's not him.
How about that? Hey, you want to tell this Taco House story?
Yeah, bro. So, well, I'm gonna tell this segue to the story so you know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Sean Berry.
No. No, so apparently you were coming into work one day, but you weren't coming to work. You were just coming to the building we work at for like whatever reason. You had to come inside and grab a mask for your girlfriend.
Yeah.
From somebody, and that somebody is what this story's about.
Okay.
Do you remember who that somebody is?
I think.
Okay. Well, that person was embarrassed.
They were embarrassed?
Yeah, because they were like, I don't know what happened, but they never came back.
Oh, no, yeah. What happened was...
So she's going to find this out right now.
She didn't have... So, well, my now ex, but she didn't have a mask. And I was like, I can just stop at Target and get you a mask real quick. She said, no. I was like, no, let me just go grab you a mask. I'll tell them we're coming back in, and then I'll just leave. That's pretty much what happened.
That makes way more sense because she thought she did something. When she offered a mask or whatever. And she's like, I don't know what happened. I was like, who knows? They're a couple. They probably got in a fight.
No.
That's just how couples work.
It was just like, okay, I got the mask. We can go now. That was it.
Yeah, she was very confused. Anyway, so she's like, I'm friends with almost everybody at work. Some people fucking suck, but the people I'm friends with, I talk to. So like, she's waiting around for her mom because her mom also works there. And I'm like, what are you up to today? And she goes, you don't want to know. It's like a kiddie story. And I was like, what could it be? Like, what are you guys going to color? Like, what's going on? And she goes, well, my friend wants to go to this place called Taco House and get to know the manager that works there because she has a Tinder date with this guy. And I was like, she's Tinder dating the fucking Taco House manager? She goes, no. She wants to go on a Tinder date with this guy that goes to Taco Rock every, like, Tuesday.
Taco Rock?
Or, sorry, I keep saying that. Even when she was telling me the story, it says Taco Rock. Taco House, because I've never heard of Taco House. I've heard of Taco Rock, though. Yeah. And she's like, but I want to go there. Or she wants to go there and get to know the manager so when she comes in with the Tinder date, they're aware. And I was like, I'm sorry.
What's so like be familiar with both of them?
Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry. Is the Tinder date dude like related to the manager? And she said no. And I was like, I'm sorry. Did I miss a point in the story? She goes, we're going to go to Taco House.
I got that part. That part never fucking changed.
She immediately was like, all right, we're going to Taco House. We're going to get to know the manager. Nowhere. And I was like, okay, we're getting to know the manager. Is that the manager's son? We're going to Taco House, getting to know the manager. And then we're going to try to be around when the guy is there. And then he's going to see us. And then somehow, like, I don't know what the thing was going to be, but, like...
Did she have, like, some fantastical image in her head? Like, oh, the manager's going to recognize me and recognize him.
In my mind, what I'm thinking is, like, she's trying to link up is, like... Because it's not her. It's her friend that's wanting to do this. She's just going so her friend is safe. Because I'm like, you for sure got to go with your friend. Because if she's thinking, like, this is a good idea, who knows what wild shit she's going to get into when she gets wild. Because I told her
especially at a place like Taco House.
Yeah, I was like, look, I don't go to McDonald's and get to know the manager because I'm taking somebody to McDonald's. You know?
At that point, if you feel unsafe, just drop your location and be like, hey, if I don't text back in 5 minutes.
No, the real question is, why?
Yeah, I never got to do it. I was talking to her. She told me the whole story several times. We went through every detail. And I was like, but why? And she was like, I don't know. It's what she wants to do.
Is her friend okay?
And I still couldn't, even though she answered this question several times. You're telling me the manager isn't related to this guy at all?
Is the guy like a regular? And
yes.
Maybe the manager knows the guy?
Yeah, but the guy doesn't talk to the manager. So why? That's what I got. So I was wild. Like, but why are you wanting to know the manager so hard? I think she wants to come in.
There's something missing in that story.
This is what I think.
There's gotta be.
Since they're not giving us all the details, what I think is she wants to come in with the guy, like, hey, we're on a Tinder date. And I think she wants the manager to be like,
oh, hey, what's up?
That's it.
Free tacos on me.
That's a whole thing. Is she just wants the acknowledgement of being like, I know people.
Yeah.
Like, you're going through so much work for him to just do this.
No, and then you know what would be funny, though, is if the guy who's a regular that she's going on the date with, he's like, I've never seen you here once in my fucking life. I've been here every day for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
You know what's even wilder is, like, guess what? You could just go to Cece's Pizza. They're going to say hey to you as soon as you walk in.
Everybody.
And you could be like, I know all these people. These are my people.
Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah. Couldn't understand. That was like that whole story. I was like, I don't. Yeah, I like, you lost me. We should have just left it at, I'm gonna do kid shit today because like, you lost me.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I also. Never mind.
I don't know how Tinder works, so how do you know that much about the dude to know that he is a regular at a place?
Some people go to some extremes. I've had some friends who will not have any of their social media on their Tinder. They just have like their first name. And these dudes will find her Instagram, her Snapchat, her Facebook. I'm like, sketchy. What sort of investigating did you do?
That's gnarly.
Yeah, that is weird because, like, I don't know how Tinder works. I just know, like, isn't that the one where you swipe or something?
Swipe right.
So, like, if you don't...
But if you match each other, then you can message. So that's what I'm thinking is that they match.
But sometimes they don't even match. I've known of dudes that just, they see them and they're like, I'm going to find them. And I'm like, that's weird. Don't do that.
So, like, what... I'm not even going to get into it. That's, like, a fucking weird, but...
if anybody knows what the fuck's going on with Tinder
And Sean Barry.
or Sean Barry,
I'm sure
fucking-
someone has a
anybody
story
got
about
updates?
Sean Barry.
We're just gonna have a regular
Ask
segment.
Dallas, question.
Tell us more.
Yeah. Damn, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good shit. Am I ready to rock?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. You good?
Anything you want to say before we wrap?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Anything you want to promote? Any social medias or anything?
You can follow me on Instagram. It's literally my first name, Edward, just with an O after the A. If you want to see my douchebag story.
It's like Edward. Like
Edward.
Spell it out for them, because we got...
It's EDWAORD.
There we go. See, dude, dead serious,
fucking
because
love
I
it.
never personally knew you. I just would see you in the mall all the time. When I came across your account and I was talking to Paige about you, I was like, you know, Edward.
Edward.
She goes, who? And because we used to have an Eduardo in electronics. And she goes, dude, he don't work here no more. I was like, dude, he's there every day in Starbucks. And she goes, who? And I was like, I described you. And she goes, what did you call him? I was like, why, does he go by like Eddie or something? I don't know. And she goes, his name's Edward. And I was like, yeah, but no, like, look at this.
No, but look.
And I'm like, that's not pronounced Edward. That's Edward
Yeah.
or something.
Edward.
Because it's like board, but with an
Yeah.
E in front, it's like Edward.
You know what's weird is I've actually.
She goes, I'm going to bed, dude. I was like,
I've
fuck.
actually had people see my name tag. I've had a few people. They find me on Instagram because they just type Edward, and then I'm like one of the first people that pops up. And I've had regulars at Starbucks find me because of that.
oh yeah,
It's kind of weird.
a little fan base, a little Eduardo.
About to be verified here soon.
Yeah.
I'm about to get that blue check
Wait
mark.
on it.
How the fuck do you get that? Because that guy had 1,500 followers.
How many followers
1,500.
do you have on Instagram?
An embarrassingly low amount. I'm pretty sure I follow more people than I have followers.
That's fine.
That's fine. Look
That's
at the
fine.
podcast page, bro.
That's
It's fine, dude.
That's fine,
Yeah,
because
but you
guess
guys
what?
are trying to, like,
Well,
make
I got
connections.
that.
We're trying.
Yeah.
Look, we're just trying to reach out. Okay, that's
Yeah.
it.
We're gonna be big one day. More than
And
just.
then we're gonna unfollow everybody.
People are gonna start
Not a
binging your
single
episodes,
follow.
and they're gonna come back to this one, and they're gonna follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, there
That's
you
it.
go. That's
and then
the
I'm
point.
gonna blow up next.
That's
and it's
right.
thanks to you guys.
We're
All the
bringing
homies-
everybody
All
with
the
us.
homies coming up, dude. So.
But
Oh yeah, dude. Well, shit, man. We appreciate you coming on. Hanging out for a little
thanks
bit,
for
dude.
inviting
yeah.
me. I was
Yeah.
like, Cody just like randomly texted me. I was like, I don't think I have anything interesting to talk
dude,
about.
everybody has something
Dude.
interesting to say because everybody's got a story or everybody's got. I promise you, like everybody's always like, man, I'm not even cool to talk to. I'm talking to you.
Yeah. We're having this conversation.
Big,
and,
like,
and I
and
want to
it-
talk to you.
Honestly, I can ask a lot of questions. If you
Yeah.
don't feel like you're interesting to talk to, I'm gonna find some questions.
He'll get in there. Okay.
Yeah.
He'll dig
I'll
around
root
a little
around
bit.
a little bit
Yeah.
and find out some shit.
Yeah, he'll definitely do it.
Yeah,
But hell yeah, dude, we really do appreciate it. And
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, good shit. Stoked to hear about the whole fitness thing too. Next time you get on here,
Yeah,
see how
for
it's
sure.
going.
You gotta join me in the gym, either one of you.
Fuck
I
yeah,
pretty
dude.
much invite
Dude,
everyone I
sick.
know and like come
Where
get
do you
some
where do
gains.
you work out?
He's
at?
already did his thing with me, so I gotta go do his thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Where do you work out at?
Anytime Fitness.
Oh, word. Okay.
I pretty
cool.
much just sneak people in all the time.
That's tight. Respect.
Just go in the back door.
We're gonna have to bleep that out.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool. He didn't. Not anytime. Most of the time, fitness.
Yeah, most of the time fitness. You know, on most of the time highway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there next to most of the time club.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right. It's almost neighboring buildings
Yeah.
most of the time.
Oh yeah. Well, we appreciate everybody listening. Thank you guys for tuning in, watching, listening, the whole nine. We're gonna get the fuck up out this motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
Yee. Yee.
Yee yee. We love you guys.